Hi there, Helena here. Sorry if you just joined our Gelish Cream Gel Live with Georgie Smedley. And yeah, we had a few technical difficulties. So we're back now and hoping that Georgie is able to join. Thank you so much for your patience. Mondays aren't a great day, but if it would just behave, that would be great. So we'll try and do a take two with the demo. Hi, Georgie.
Hi, I'm really sorry. I was trying to zoom in so that everybody could see it better, and then it just went off screen. So Eliza has just cured that nail. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not
No
going to try
problem.
to zoom in again. It obviously does not work on Instagram, whereas it does on Facebook.
I mean, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Tech just didn't want to play with us
I
today, but
know. It doesn't
just
want to see my face. It doesn't want to see my nails.
but we've got here, just to recap, if anyone didn't see the first one and is just joining us on this one, well, Georgie is demoing the new Gelish Cream Gel Palettes. There are 4 available with 6 of these beautifully creamy textured shades per palette that are removable. The palettes are very compact and it's a soak off formula, and each comes with a very handy brush to ensure that you have full control over where the product sits and you can make your nail look as perfect as possible before curing. So anything else that we need to bring them up to speed, Georgie?
Yes, one thing that I haven't mentioned so far is that these are actually HEMA-free and TPO-free.
Mm-hmm.
So we're ahead of the game with these cream gels. And as you know, Gelish are always moving forward with technology. They're very hot on the cosmetic regulations.
Mm-hmm.
So, as well as research and development always going on, there's always improvements. So the feedback is always taken on
Mm-hmm.
from the customer, you know, and I myself have noticed, they don't announce when they tweak the formulas because they don't need to. But
Mm.
you will have noticed over the years that the curing is better. You don't get the wrinkling, you get better coverage, you get better viscosity. So as it goes on, it is better and better and better. And of course, with new cosmetic regs always coming out, they're always making sure that their formulas are up to standard, because it's very, very important for us to always have those in mind when developing the products. So
Absolutely.
these are HEMA free and TPO free. And also, when they cure without a sticky residue. So you can do some designs like I have done on black. Actually, Eliza did this one. How cool is that?
So cool, because
Um,
we're just being asked, are they good for nail art? And there you go, case in
absolutely.
point.
Brilliant for nail art. This is like a pastel stained glass one that I did. And they also are very 3D if you apply them thicker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you can just cure them and leave them as they are, or you can put your top coat on. I kind of like the matte background on these.
Mm-hmm.
So we've left them. And obviously, if you put top coat on it, it dulls the texture. So if you do want to have a raised texture, don't put top coat on them. So I'm currently using True Red on Eliza. I've put
And
one coat on
was
so far.
that direct onto the nail, or did you use a base, or what are your
She's got
recommendations with that?
soft gel nails on that she's not long done,
Mm-hmm.
and I made her file the colour off. She literally did them a couple of days ago. I just said to her, file your colour off. I want to demonstrate this. So yeah, she very lovingly filed all the colour off her nails for me. So these are just short, soft gel nails
Mm-hmm.
that she's using. She's actually squared them off because I'm sure people are going to say, Gelish don't have a nail that is this shape. There is a square that is longer, but she's used the short round ones and made them short and square. So I'm going to apply the second coat so that you can see. I mean, you can actually see that it is almost fully covered.
So
Okay.
glossy. I'm going to turn my camera off before anyone thinks there's another technical issue, but just so we can focus on the nails. But if anyone does have any questions, please pop them in the comments and I'll ask them as soon as it's a good time to ask. So please do pop them below. But sorry, just back to the base, Georgie.
Yes.
Do you need to apply a base coat or with these cream gels?
I haven't found that I've needed to apply a base coat, but if you're used to using foundation, you can do so.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but obviously, if you're going to be doing these directly on the natural nail rather than on a soft gel nail like this is, on a natural nail, yes, you would apply your foundation first. It's a little bit like, if you think about it as like your structure gel, or your color, you're always putting foundation on first. And in case anybody missed the first coat going on, don't worry about the fact that this will be a little bit streaky. It is not a self-leveling gel. We're going to just get that tip covered as well. And then Georgie's going to clean up the messy bit that she's left underneath the nail. So you will see that, I don't know if you can see it from there actually, but there are some brush marks in there. So you don't need to worry about that at all, because when you put your top coat on, you won't see them whatsoever. Okay, so we're going to cure that for 30 seconds as well.
That's good.
And in the meantime,
For sloppy workers.
yeah. In the meantime, I can just show you on one of these tips that I have prepared, so that
Very
you're not
Blue Peter
waiting.
style.
Exactly, Blue Peter is it, isn't it? So I'm just going to go on to my neon colours here, and these are such beautiful colours. Have a look at those. I don't actually think that you can pick up how bright these are. These are actually so bright, and Liza didn't have to use any white under these. They really do glow so well. They're so bright.
Wow.
So even on black, you can truly see the colour. So I'm going to use, I've got a couple of brushes here, but you can use the brushes that you're used to. This is a blending brush, this one here. Let me get that out of the way so that you can see. So we've got a blending brush. This is the one where like the bristles are sort of split in between. So that's really good for doing a horizontal blend.
Oh, Georgie, I'm not sure if you can hear me. We seem to have lost sound your side. There we go.
The vibrator.
Oh, sorry, I was just saying we lost sound your side, so we missed the last kind of 20 or so seconds
Oh,
of
sorry.
that one.
I think that I had a phone call coming through and I was trying to do two things at once. And that's typical. Mum always calls me when I'm doing a live. I don't know how she manages it. She's got like an intuition.
It's probably watching and thinks I want to be a part of this.
Exactly. So, okay, so you can use either the gel directly from your palette, or if you want to do some mixing, you're going to use your glass palette, or if you want to just drain or wipe off some excess, you can do that on your palette. So, you know, whatever you're used to and whatever is making you most comfortable in the way that you use the product, you can just use the methods that you normally use and see if it works for you. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
absolutely.
So we can start off with, let's say, a petal or the center of a flower here. I probably won't do the whole thing, just so that the lovely guys that are watching can see how it's used. So when you first apply that, you can see that it's a little bit see-through, but you don't have to layer it up and cure in between. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build that by dabbing my gel on, and that's how you get your nice 3D effect. So you literally place your brush down and dab it off, and it just releases the product so that you've got a raised area. I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah, no, absolutely. And
I'm
these,
not going to
sorry,
I'm not going to try and zoom in, because we know what happened to the zoom in afterwards.
we could all see, but no, that looks great. And these like, if you're doing an overlay or obviously nail art, providing you've sandwiched in the correct way and done the correct prep, these can last around 21 days. So about the same as
Yes,
gel polish, a traditional
exactly.
gel polish.
Exactly right. So I've done that. You can also use your little soft gel lamp. If you wanted to do like a little in-between cure so that the colour doesn't move, make sure that your palette isn't in the way so that it doesn't get cured. But I could just tap on there and partly cure that so that it doesn't move in case I smudge it with my brush or anything else. So just pop that under your touch LED to just set it in place. Okay, bring the palette back. Obviously we all make the mistakes and that's how we learn. So definitely I have cured some stuff by doing that before and not moving my palette out of the way. So you can then add another colour and you can do some alternate petals if you want. You can do yellow and orange. You can do, it doesn't really matter. Whatever floats your boat. You will notice that when you're actually picking up these colours, it's almost like they're a bit static. It's so funny. And the gel follows your brush. Very hard to describe.
Do you think this works well alongside gel polish surfaces, or is it an alternative? How do you see it fitting in the Nailtex kit?
So yeah, 100% it works alongside because you can use it on top of it. You can use it together with it. It's very, very versatile. And I think that once you've tried it, you will be using them side by side. Do you know what I mean? I think it is one of those things that you'd be like, actually, I feel like doing a soft gel nail today. Sorry, not a soft gel nail today, a cream gel nail today. And it might just be the colour that influences you. There might be a colour in this range that you think, actually, I'm going to use it because I like the colour. I think it's really, really nice on natural nails because you don't get that bulk at the end. I mean, you don't get a lot of bulk. I'm not saying it as a negative, but with natural nails, if you want to have a really, really thin looking nail, then this is your go-to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if you're using a nail with builder gel, you've already got a little bit of a build there anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I just can't get over how compact they are and how much of an amazing option they are for mobile techs or session nailists, or even if you're going on holiday or you're jetting over to someone's wedding and they need some nails done. It's so handy to put in your kit. The fact that they are so compact.
And that's exactly right. So when you're traveling, you've got here 24 colours in such a small space. So I'm looking forward to the future of this. Do you know what I mean? To see what can be a possibility with it, because I'm sure this is going to grow. Do you know what I mean? So we've got like part of a flower done there, and then you can go on and add dots, and you can add your leaves and your stripes and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just here to show you how versatile it is and how easy it is to do things like that. Eliza, will you pop that under there for me? I'm going to show you Eliza's nail that I have started because I want you to see how smooth it goes. Thanks, Eliza. Other hand, here we go. So I'm not sure if it picks up. You've got a little bit of a wavy surface because of the brush marks. So I'm going to show you how smooth and shiny it will go once I put the top coat on.
And sorry, how long is the curing time for the cream gel?
30 seconds. And actually, it's really cute because you've got all of the instructions on the back of each palette. So I'll show you that once Eliza pops that in. So here you go. Base and cure, colour ×2 and cure, top and cure, cleanse and oil, and then soak off for removal. So it's nice and simple. It tells you everything that you need to do. And here you've got scan for directions.
Oh, so lovely. That's
you just can't go wrong. It's really, really well thought out with everything here. And I also just love the fact that each one has got its brush that goes with it. I think that's so handy because you've got a brush in every single kit, and to go between colours, I have got a dap and dish, or you can just put it in the lid if you want, if you haven't got a dap and dish available. I use the soak off remover, and I'll just show you how I clean the brush. So we get a piece of couch roll or kitchen roll, just dab your brush in side by side, try not to press it downwards and splay the bristles. side to side with your soak off remover. You can do it with cleanser as well, but I find soak off remover is just cleans so much better. And then drain that off onto your tissue and get any clear gel. It can be your foundation, it can be your top coat, it can be structure gel. And I just brush a little bit onto the brush, both sides. And this is going to recondition the bristles and keep them nice and smooth and in place. So just wipe the excess off and you can see that that's nice and clean. And then always keep your little cap, which has rolled away from me. And then just give the end of the cap a little squeeze because the brush is flat, and then pop that back in, and then your bristles are nice and protected.
Lovely.
So Eliza's nail is cured, and we're going to use a wipe. Where's my box of wipes? There it is. So wipe very little. Now remember, people seem to forget that when you're wiping the top coat, they forget that it should be a tiny, tiny amount. So literally just a little spot. Otherwise, you won't get that beautiful shine that we know and love from Gelish top coat. So give that a wipe and just make sure that that is really, really squeaky clean. And can you see how beautifully shiny that is?
Gorgeous.
And
Very glossy.
we are going to use our brand new Nourish with hyaluronic acid.
Very hydrating.
That is very hydrating. We know that hyaluronic acid holds, now my mind's gone blank, it's 100 or 1,000 times its weight in moisture. So that will keep your cuticles properly hydrated. I'm sure someone's going to correct me. it's
We'll all be
a
able to
lot
Google.
more water than its weight. That's all I'm saying, and that's all we need to know. Now, just it's a bit of a pet hate of mine, Helena, is when there's so much oil on the nails.
Yeah.
When we've done a customer's nails, let's leave them with a lot of nails oil dripping down their nail. Especially if you're going to take a photo, give it a nice buff with your wipe. Okay. And so there you can see a nice shiny nail, hydrated cuticles, and then no glossy oil for your pictures.
Beautiful.
It should look really hydrated and lovely. But I want to show you how I did the two-tone on Jazz's nails. How much time have we got?
However long you need.
I'm going to do a two-tone one. Now on Jazz's, I did a red and the brown. So I think we'll do a slightly more muted one. Let's use these cream gels. I'm going to do, Eliza, can I have your hands because it's got to suit your skin?
That's the Act Natural palette, isn't it, that one?
Yes. Now, we're going to see which one looks best on Eliza because she's got a kind of yellow tone skin like I have. And you've got to be careful because sometimes with the yellow tone, you've got to not make the person look dead. And for me, the rule of thumb is if you've got yellow tone, you need to use something with pink in it. If you've got a pink tone, you need to use something that's like a yellow tone. So, for example, Eliza will suit this pink here.
Yeah.
And probably what I'll do is this cream together. So let's see how that goes. Oh, should I do the darker one? No, I'm going to do the pink. Let's do the pink. So we're going to use the brush and we're going to paint just half of the nail. I'm going to just cleanse it because just in case I touched it with oil.
What a lovely hand model you are, Eliza. Just beautiful fingers, beautiful nails.
She actually has got nice nails, but she gets into the habit of doing her nails like very often. And I'm like, Eliza, can't do your nails again.
It's a therapy, isn't it? It's therapeutic.
She just likes changing them. She gets bored. So I'm going to put the pink on one side.
You can see how easily that just flows onto the nail.
Yeah, really nice. So I'm doing it half. Can you see that? Then I'm going to just wipe my brush off onto some couch roll or kitchen roll or blitz as we have here. I like a blitz. And then I'm going to pick up the light, what colour is this one called? Tan Nude. So I used rose mauve and I'm using the tan nude on the other side. So pop that down. I'm just pressing it and dabbing it just to release the colour by the cuticle, and then I will pull it down. And then I'm going to start going over that pink to the other side. Give a wipe so that you've not got too much excess going back over it. And then back over the middle, and then back over the cream. And you see how that blends so beautifully. So we're going to build that colour up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on screen. For me, it's really difficult to see because it's so small. But let me just bring that up, and hopefully you can see. There you go.
Lovely.
Okay, and you can obviously do this horizontally as well. Eliza, can you pop that under for me? So have we got any questions that I can answer whilst we're curing that nail?
Well, you've pretty much answered them as we've been going, which is incredible.
Oh, that's good. It means I'm doing a good job.
No, it's brilliant. But I guess just in terms of for those who missed the question on the first section, can you talk us through the removal process for cream gel?
Yeah, the removal is exactly the same as you would do with your gel polish.
Mm-hmm.
So I would personally, I would use the 100, 180 grit buffer, which is this one here. And I would use the coarse side and then just remove the shine from your top coat. If you prefer to use the file, then you would use your 180 grit file, which is that one there.
Yeah.
But either one is fine. And you're basically breaking the seal of your top coat. And then I would use the Gelish, wrap it off. And literally 10 minutes and you'll see it really easily come off. I like to use my tool. You can use an orange wood stick if you like. I use the rounded spoon end of my Pro Pusher and very gently scrape it off. You don't want to force it off. If it isn't coming off, you're not going to try and tuck this underneath and peel it off. So it will soften the product and you're just going to remove the softened product with your tool. If there's any left, pop your your wrap off back on.
Yeah.
And that's it. Simples.
Easy. And how many, if you were to do sort of full overlays with each colour, how many full sets do you think you could get from each little colour?
I seem to remember we said 20 sets for each one, but I think Sharon might correct me if I'm wrong, or any of the educators.
20 rings a bell with me, and some bits that I've seen. So I think
because
20 is...
because it's such early days. I don't know if anyone's used an entire palette to measure up yet. I'm just going on with the second coat, and if one colour is stronger than the other and you feel like you need to do the other one first, then that's also fine.
We've had confirmation about 20 sets.
Yay.
There we go.
Honestly, guys, my memory has really, it's just, it's non-existent, guys. There is no memory left for Georgie.
No, but you were bang on. Great. So, I mean, that's great because, I mean, 20 times 6, you got potentially 120 full sets in one 19.99 palette. So, bargain.
It actually really is a bargain. And you know what? Once you start using them, they are so nice to use. It's just like, it's different. And I wouldn't ever say I'm going to use these instead of my gel polish, because I know that I'm going to still use my gel polish from my bottle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just giving you a little bit of variety. Isn't it lovely that the hair or the dust in the atmosphere just likes to visit you when you're doing a live video?
I'm sure people watching this have been there, or it's happened with a client, and it's hashtag now tech problems. That's what it is.
If it's not technology, it's the stupid dust and the hairs.
Well, this is why we like to do lives, because it keeps things relatable. There we go.
It keeps it real, doesn't it?
It does.
Absolutely, love it. So I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to use the soak off to clean my brush first. If you do manage to get it on the skin, what I recommend is a little bit of cleanser on your brush. So I've just dabbed my brush in my cleanser, get the excess off, and just go around and clean up. And see how easy that cleans up around the cuticle area.
Lovely.
And then we're going to pop that into Cure, and then we'll top coat that. And if anybody has any questions about the usage, about the longevity, about what you can use it for, if there's anything that I've missed, now is the time to ask, guys. I mean, I will answer any questions that pop up, because you'll save this video, won't you, Helena?
Yes, this will be on, well, on the Scratch and the Gelish feed, and I'll tag Georgie in as well. So it'll be on a variety of feeds. You will see it, and I'm sure, yeah, like Georgie said, she's very good at answering questions post live.
So I will pop on and make sure that all of the questions have been answered. But you can rest assured that when you're using this product, you know that it's safe to use. It is all abiding by cosmetic regulations, because obviously we like to make sure that we almost see into the future and try and avoid having to replace products.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and do a close-up for you on this. Okay, Liza, pop that in for me.
And just to remind, there are 4 palettes in the range that have launched. Let me just see if I can find the name. We've got Act Natural, which is the one that you've used to do. So that's one on the far right of the screen now with the nice pinky stickers. That's what you've used to do that two-tone look. Then I think your favourite was Getting Ready, which was far left.
Yes, love it.
Great for autumn, because black cherry nails, they're huge for autumn,
Yeah.
winter
This
24.
wine colour, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed.
That's
Let me just get the brush out so that I can open it.
gorgeous. Love that. That is
I
so on
absolutely
trend.
love that colour.
Love, love, love.
Yes.
And then just next to that one, we got the Pretty Pastels collection, which is beautiful. I'm still not quite ready for autumn winter yet, so
you're
this
still on
is my
these?
vibe. I'm still
Yeah.
on these. I think I'm loving that lilac and that dusky
This
pink. So they're a bit of me.
periwinkle is so
Oh,
cute.
love
It's so
that.
cute, and that's going to be really popular, I think. And the pink is
Oh
going to
yeah.
be like definitely the one that goes first.
That's
Really,
beautiful.
really,
Really, really
really
like that.
lovely.
So I'm still clinging on to those, but I mean, it depends what nail art design you want. You can have them all year round. And then this
Exactly.
one, neon and on and
And
on.
on and on. Look at that blue, like it's electric blue.
Stunning. Weirdly, that this is another trend for autumn winter. Electric blue is kind of becoming the new nude. So
Yeah.
torn between electric and navy blue, but using it to create French alternative tips, basically.
I was just going to
That's looking
say that
good.
these go on so well for French. You can
Mm,
use the brush, but you can use a dotting tool as well. They go on so well and so easy. And I don't know if you've noticed, the micro French is really on trend.
yes,
So you can
big
do a
time.
really thin free edge using your striper brush.
Mm-hmm.
And they just go on and they stay exactly where you put them. They don't, they don't bleed or run or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was something else I was just going to say. It's left my mind now. What was
And
it?
while that comes back to you, I think we had a question earlier actually that was, are any of the shades matched to Gelish gel polish, or might that be something that happens in the future, or are they a bespoke, beautiful range of their own?
Currently, as far as I'm aware, they are a bespoke range of their own, and yes, very beautiful.
Lovely.
I'm just going to give that a wipe so that you can see how nicely that goes on. Let's get some oil on there as well. But I love a two-tone, and these work so nicely if you put on, I definitely just didn't use oil. I definitely used something completely different, like pH bond on that nail.
We didn't notice. We wouldn't have noticed.
Don't you
We would
just
have glossed
love
past
alive?
it.
Oh my dear, I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. I would not lie to you. It went on really weird, and I was like, that doesn't look like oil. There we go.
There we go.
What was the question? You asked me a question.
Matching the shades to Gelish gel polishes, might that be something that comes in the future?
I don't know. I don't think so. And is it something that our customers would like to see? And if so, why?
I think, well, what you said earlier about it fitting, I'm going to turn the camera back on, it fitting so nicely
Mm.
alongside the existing Gelish gel polish range. It's nice to have different options, different choice. And like you said, these are great for nail art as well. So it might be that if you decide to invest in these palettes, it's a nail art or it's a gel polish overlays on the move, basically, or sorry, cream gel overlays on the move, and you don't necessarily need exactly the same colours in Gelish. It's nice to have a proper
Yes,
difference.
that's exactly it. I think they will all be different.
Mm. They look great.
So, yeah, I think we've kind of covered everything. Do you want to see my face
Yes, we would love to see your face, Georgie.
Let's take the camera out. What I was trying to avoid earlier was having to, you know, when you
There she
swim
is.
around.
Oh, looking fabulous as ever. Always with a red lip. Georgie's always
Yeah,
got a red
yeah.
lip.
Yeah, so I think that you don't want to have the same colors.
Mhm.
You want to have a choice, and you want to use it for something different. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I think that they probably will remain completely unique and not matching. You will
Mhm.
find some that are similar, you know, like the pale pink that I showed you in the pastels collection. That reminds me of Pink Smoothie, I think it
Oh,
is.
nice. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that there's definitely be colors that are similar.
Mm.
Um,
But
but
I,
yeah,
I love that it's launched with 4 palettes as well, because I mean, I'm having my nails done this
yeah.
evening and I do get overwhelmed if there are too many colours. And
Oh my God,
actually
yeah.
just having a more compact
Yeah.
collection, especially for this
Yes.
starting collection,
Mm,
it actually makes life so much easier for me as
yeah.
the client to choose which shade or shades that I
It's
want,
like going
because
to
otherwise I do
a
get
restaurant, isn't it? You just don't know what to choose, and you get FOMO about the other, you know, the other meals. So it's the same with
it's
colours.
exactly that.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful. I mean, again, I still can't get over the price point. Each palette is only 19.99, and
Right.
I'm more ABC than I am 1, 2, 3. But I mean, to get 20 sets per small colour in the palette, and
Individual,
you've got
yes.
6 of those. And
Yes.
I mean, that works out to, if someone can do the maths, great. But a matter of pence
Exactly.
per manicure. So your
Yeah.
product costs are going to be really, really minimal if you're
Yeah.
doing your nail sets with any colours in these palettes.
And I think once we've confirmed like they are exactly 20 sets, we'll probably do the
Mhm.
cost per service, because we have got that on our technical help page. If it hasn't already been done, then we will be updating that to show exactly what it costs to do each set of nails.
Yeah.
And that one thing that I was going to mention earlier was that each colour has got a number. So I know that a lot of people will number their polishes.
Hmm.
So you can see so much easier to keep a tab
Yeah.
because they're numbered. I mean, they do have names as well, but a lot of people just put the numbers on the top of their
Mhm.
bottles. So I think that just makes life a lot easier as well,
Definitely.
so that you can refer to them as numbers when you've painted your colour swatches.
Absolutely. And in terms of stockist details, in the UK, they're available from gelishmorgantaylor.co.uk.
That's it.
But will you be at any of the upcoming trade shows that are in sort of September, October time?
Yes, we're going to be at the London show, of course, Helena.
Of course. Just
Come and see us there. And actually, we've got all of the range, but also we've got some amazing workshops at the London
Mhm.
show. So well worth logging on to the website and having a look at that, because we've got some fantastic workshops coming up, and our amazing educators will be there doing some demonstrations. We're also at Manchester, so
Mhm.
whoever's up north can visit the Manchester show.
Brilliant.
We're doing the workshops there as well. And there's going to be some really, really fun stuff happening on our stand where you can actually win free kits. Sharon, can you confirm if I can mention that?
while
Sharon?
she's typing, just to remind everyone, these are industry trade shows. It's Professional Beauty in Manchester, which is towards the end of September, I believe, and then it's Salon Beauty in London, which I think is 13th and 14th of October. But
Sharon's
it's October
done
time.
this
Sharon's
face. Sharon has actually put this face. trying to do it with one hand here and holding the phone, but I don't know what that means, Sharon.
Offers TBC, I
Yeah.
think, but make sure you're following Gelish Official UK for all of those details because
Oh, she said go for it.
you got
Yay!
permission.
Well, we're going to have a relay competition on our stand. And what that entails is it's just going to be one nail.
Mhm.
You started, so you may as well finish. So everyone that enters, there's going to be, however many teams. We'll probably have maybe 4 or 5 people on a team, and there may be 2, 3, or 4 teams. And we're going to do a demonstration. Probably on the Sunday will be a soft gel nail, and we're going to do a demo, and then we're going to have each team replicate the demo of a soft gel nail. And so, for example, if you've got 4 people in your team, the first person will do the cuticle
Right.
prep and the nail prep, and then they'll run off,
Fun.
and the next person runs up and they will apply the tip and cure it, and then they'll run away, and the next person in their team will go on and maybe shape it and do the first coat of color. Then the next person will do the last bits. So they have to get the nail done within 15 minutes.
Hmm.
And then the team with the best finished painted soft gel nail wins. And each person that's in that team, and bear in mind they probably won't know each other, but each person in that team is going to win a soft gel kit. Complete kit, has everything in it that you need.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be such good fun. That's going to be on our stand. So please book for this
Hmm.
competition. It's going to be amazing. The competition is free of charge. You don't have to pay to enter.
Hmm.
The workshops you do have to pay to enter for the London show, but the price that you pay is redeemable against products on the stand. So it's not like it's almost like you haven't paid for
Yeah.
it. So it's going to be, look, Sharon's put the running emojis on there. So it's going to be like a proper relay race. And we've done it before. It's so much fun. So yes, get booking, guys. It's
Absolutely.
going to be amazing. Really, really exciting stuff. And I'm going to be there. So I hope to see you all.
Yay. Looking
Very
forward to it. Well,
exciting.
thank you so much, Georgie, for your fabulous demo and for coming on and telling us all about Gelish Cream Gel and the exciting things that are coming up from the brand. It's been so nice to kind of chat to you and see it in action.
Lovely to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Always a
And
pleasure.
I hope everyone takes on the excitement for these cream gels, because I absolutely love them. I love working with them. So easy to use, so beautiful to
Mhm.
see. The colours are just gorgeous. So get on the cream gel bandwagon, guys. They are amazing.
Absolutely. Gelishmorgantaylor.co.uk. That's your stockist. So run, don't walk, go for it.
Go for it, guys.
Wicked. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you for
Georgie,
having
and we'll
us.
see you at the shows.
See you at the show.
Bye.